Number 9. Okay, number 9, a ship sails 12 kilometers south. Okay, so let me go ahead and go this way. It's going south. Okay, for 12 kilometers. So south, it's 180 degrees. I'm just going to label it just in case, you know. And then it's going to travel 10 kilometers along a bearing of 290 degrees. Again, north is always 0. So so 290 degrees will be somewhere right here, because west is 270. So this is where the ship is. Okay. And how far is the ship from its starting point? Where's the bearing of the ship from its starting point? So the question is this. Well, first, what is the distance? Okay, what's the distance here? Okay, how many kilometers between these two positions? And 2 is that if, let's just say, if you are facing this way, you're facing north, you're facing 0 degree. So what degree would you turn to so that you can see your boat? That's kind of the question. Okay, so at what degree would you face so that you can see the new position of the ship? Okay, so let's take a look. Well, we have the two sides and we need this angle. Okay, what is this angle? Well, what is this angle? Well, I forgot to label. I mean, this is 290 degrees. So the purple angle must be? The purple angle must be 70 degrees, right? 360 minus 290, okay? 70, okay? So now, and this is a situation which I mentioned. If you watched the previous video, I talked about the usage of alternate interior angles, which is not always. And you can look at this, is not always, okay? It might help, it might not help. So it's really based on the situation. And for this one, hey, we can just go straight ahead now to find out the distance, which is the square root of 12 square plus 10 square minus 2 times 10 times 12 cosine of 70. Okay, we can go ahead and compute that. So I can use a calculator, or you can just look at the screen. Okay, so I would suggest you to compute it yourself. So 12 square plus 10 square minus 2 times 12 times 10 times cosine of 70. So, oops. So you have this, okay, 161.915. And then what? You have to take the square root of it. So raised to the 1/2 power. So 12.725, okay, 12.725 kilometers. 12.725 kilometers is the distance, okay? That's the distance. But what's the angle? What's the angle? Okay, now this one is a relatively easy one to find because, well, this is the angle, okay? This is the angle you can find. And now, before we get the angle, okay, let's just say if this is 50. Let's just say if this is angle is 50, what's the bearing? What's the direction? Well, if the green angle here is 50, I hope you can tell that it's 180 plus 50. 180 plus 50 is 230. Okay, the overall degree, it's 230. So again, just learn how to think hypothetically so that you can confirm your concept. Okay, do not get influenced by the appearance or the ugly appearance of the number that you are about to find out. So go label this as theta prime. So sine theta prime over 10, it's equal to sine 70 degrees over 12.725. So we're going to go find out what is theta prime. Okay, so we say sine of 70 degrees divided by 12.725, and then we will multiply by 10, and then we'll do the inverse of the number we just calculated, and that turns out to be 47.6 degrees. 47.601, okay. 47.601 degrees. And then for the actual bearing, it will be 180 degrees. And then you keep going. So at 47.601 degrees, that will give you 227.601 degrees. Okay. So that's it. Okay. Like when we start a problem, I don't think we're capable of telling what tools we will use until we actually walk the details of the problem. But the idea is that you have the law of sines, you have the law of cosines, then you are capable of finding these information a lot easier. Okay, and you need to be aware that you could find out this information a lot easier. But keep in mind, north is 0. Okay, north is 0 when you talk about directions and bearing.